began in Bellevue, Washington at Highland Junior High, when drummer Kelly Nobles put a small ad in the school newspaper asking anyone who wishes to start a band, meet in Conference Room B. Showing up, guitarist-singer Terry James Young, a transplanted San Franciscan who had already played in his first band in 6th grade. A friend of Terry's, Andy Baldwin, comes to practice with him one day. This becomes the nucleus of what became Rail & Company. Within 2 years, Terry switched to bass, and Andy's friend Rick Knotts stepped in to do a contracted New Year's Eve show. Upon graduation from high school, the band is at a crossroads. Either go off to college or follow their dreams of rock stardom. They decide to play that summer and see what comes of it. The police were attracted to one party, playing to over 700 revelers with lots of kegs of beer. The crowd so big, the cops got back in their cars and left. Shortly after, Rail & Company were signed to Unicam Booking Agency, and the next few years were spent learning their craft. After releasing their first single, Rail & Company sell out 2 nights in a row at Seattle's 3,000-seat Paramount Theater, a feat never accomplished before by an unsigned band. That year, Rail & Company was voted Seattle's best local band by listeners of rock station KZOK. Soon, they are opening for major acts like Blue Oyster Cult, Nazareth, and Heart. Riding a sweeping wave of popularity, the band dropped the "and" company from their name. Rail began working with Michael Fisher, best known for producing the band Heart. Ann Wilson was brought in to sing backup on a session. In 1980, Rail was offered a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to open for Van Halen's Women and Children First tour. Once on the road, Van Halen became huge fans of Rail and extended their stay through the entire U.S. for a total of 47 shows. Rail's album Arrival was released at the end of 1980, and as they hit the road, they watched as their song Hello was added to radio playlists all over the Pacific Northwest.
Like the title of their debut album, the Seattle-based rock band Rail has finally arrived on the LP scene. It's been a steady climb up for the high-powered rock group, and over the years they've acquired quite a following in the West. They've opened up for several top draw acts around the country like Van Halen, Pat Benatar, Pat Travers, and Angel City. MTV Music Television talked to Rail after a recent Northwest concert date and asked them about their album.
Well, it started with we had been doing a little bit of studio work in some studios in Seattle, and Mike Fisher was at the time with the group Heart, and they were just releasing Dog and Butterfly, and he saw us and heard the tapes and was real interested in what we were up to, came out and saw the group live and got real involved, and because of one reason or another left Heart, became involved with his brother and us as special projects. And Mike worked with us for about a year and a half. We had gone out and done an extensive Van Halen tour in the middle of that, some Ted Nugent stuff, so it was kind of a broken up period. But we put all our efforts together and pulled the record out and released it in December, and it's been doing real well. We've been getting different airplay. The songs have been liked in Spokane area, has been Bandit, Seattle's been Hello. It's a little, everybody likes a little bit of something different on the record, but overall it's been a real success.
Back in the early 80s, shit, I can't believe that it's been over 40 years now. We used to go see Rail every chance we could. Some of the clubs that we used to go to, Gatsby's, Cotton Club, aren't there anymore, but we'd go not just for the kick-ass show and music, but because that's where the girls were.
In 1983, Rail's personal manager submitted a video of Hello for an MTV contest called The Basement Tapes. Unsigned rock groups would compete with their videos, with viewers calling in to vote their favorite.
We used to turn basement tape voting into our own personal MTV party. We'd dial, vote for Rail, hang up, do it again all night while partying.
40,000 videos were submitted worldwide, and Hello won the preliminary rounds, and eventually the grand prize of a recording contract with EMI Records. That recording contract yielded the 4-song EP titled Rail. Included on the album were 2 songs made into videos, 1, 2, 3, 4 and Fantasy.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There have been tons of great bands forever with 2 guitar players. Think Allman Brothers, Lynyrd Skynyrd, think Judas Priest. Andy and Rick kick ass together because of their talent and because of their energy. If you love rock and roll like I do, you've got to love Terry's voice. He's got the same amazing vocal quality as, say, Geddy Lee from Rush or Jeff Tate from Queensryche. He's distinct and ear-piercing. Kelly is a beast on drums. We used to go to rail shows and just watch Kelly and try to guess how many drumsticks he would break in a set. Everybody's got their favorite drummer. John Bonham, Keith Moon, my all-time favorite is Tommy Aldridge. But to me, Kelly Nobles deserves to be in that conversation as one of the best. Hey rock and rollers, it's time to get loud. Get ready for Andy, Rick, Terry, and Kelly. This is Rail.